Hey there. So, here I am in my office in the EH building. I have been meeting with students all day. I want to remind you that if you have not met with me to talk about your research project, please make sure you do that. I added some more times to the wiki, and I also included a link in Module 4 that can take you to the sign up sheet. So, make sure you sign up and meet with me to talk about how to find good sources. Um, as we move into Module 4, this is our fourth week of the course, and we are moving through Module 4. In this module, we're going to continue working on the annotated bibliography. So again, if you have not met with me to discuss your research, make sure you sign up for a time on Tuesday, or you can email me and we can make another time to meet. I'm going to talk to you about your research and I can help you find sources. Next, I want to go over the activities for this week. So, discussion 4.1 asks you to write 200 words about the insights you have gained so far about your topic in the process of doing your research. Tell us what you've discovered so far. Remember, you also have to reply to at least one other student's post. So, if there's someone who's doing some research you think is interesting, let them know. Let them know what you think is interesting about it. The original post is due by the end of the day today, and then your response to another student is due by the end of the day on Wednesday. Next, there's a module that describes the parts to a research paper. Make sure you read this carefully because I want you to start thinking about where you're going to put information in the paper. So, one section of your paper will be when you acknowledge an opposing argument. And so the reason for this is ultimately to strengthen your own argument by one, recognizing an alternative viewpoint, and two, disproving that viewpoint by either bringing in new evidence or by showing how the argument is illogical. So, assignment 4.1 must include two sources that you will use to represent the opposing argument. So remember, when you prepare these two assignments, 4.1 and 4.2, make sure you put your working thesis at the top of the page. There's two reasons for that. One is that I want you to continue to revise your thesis as you perform your research. So you should be constantly rewriting it. And then the second one, I need to be reminded of what your topic is, so I can make sure that the sources you say are opposing really are opposing your argument. And, how exactly those sources oppose your thesis. So, assignment 4.2, deepening the inquiry. This should follow the same format. Put your thesis at the top of the page and include two sources, except here, the sources should provide further information to support your argument. So, thinking about the structure of your essay, in the structure of your paper, you must acknowledge the opposing view, then refute or disprove that opposing argument, and then return to your thesis and really drive your point home. Okay, so there's kind of 3 steps there. Well, think of it as 4 steps. State your argument, acknowledge the opposing view, refute or disprove that opposing argument, and then return to your thesis and really drive your point home. So remember that the bibliography must be in MLA format. So that means you need to make sure that your works cited entries are formatted correctly and that they include all the necessary information that's mentioned in the reading and viewing material from Module 3. There are several lessons there that go over how to use MLA formatting, so make sure that you review those. So the information that you need to include in each of your citations, each of your works cited entries, you have the author's names, the title of the chapter or the title of the article, and then the title of the book or journal that it comes from, the publication information. That means if it's a book, where was it published, who's the publisher, what date was it published. If it's a journal, then you need the volume number, the issue number, and the date that it was published. And then remember, if you found it online, you need to mention the database where you found it and give the URL. So, this week, there is also a midterm reflection due. We are coming up to the halfway point already in our course. So, once you complete your assignment 4.1 and 4.2, and discussion 4.1, don't forget that, take some time to complete this midterm reflection letter and tell us how you have progressed so far in your research. Make sure to answer all of the questions in the assignment to receive full credit. So, I'm excited to see the progress that you're making. If I didn't get to talk to you yet about your project, please email me or make an appointment to meet with me. You can access the wiki sign-up sheet through Module 3 or Module 4. Sign up for a time to meet with me, or remember, you can always email me. And if you come across any obstacles in your research journey, any problems you come across, you want to make sure a source is acceptable, you're not sure where to find a certain source, anything at all, remember, I'm here to help. And so you can always email me and we can set up a time to meet.